This is the Marvel Legends series, X-Men Marvel's Rogue. The figure is part of the first wave of these X-Men Marvel Legends series of figures for 2016, and here's the rest of the assortment. Each figure, except for Deadpool, will have a piece that will allow you to build a figure, which is the Juggernaut. I picked up this figure and the entire set at Kramer Toy Warden, and Rogue has the final piece. After all that I've reviewed, she's the last one I'm reviewing now. She has the left leg of the Juggernaut. She also comes with an extra hand. It's a naked hand without the glove, because, if you're very familiar with Rogue, her powers are she can absorb your abilities and render you unconscious through skin contact, and this is what she uses to incapacitate opponents, or when she needs to borrow a superpower. So she has this extra hand. We'll show that off in a while. And quite frankly, this is the best figure in the entire wave. I might be biased. I do apologize, but I'm a little bit biased with the X-Men figures and Rogue in particular. This Jim Lee Rogue is one of the reasons I got into drawing the X-Men. I love drawing the Jim Lee comic book characters, the X-Men, Wildcats, and this is no exception. I just really love this figure. I was afraid that when they canceled that other Rogue, I think it was a different uniform, the Age of Apocalypse Rogue or something, that we would never get a decent Rogue figure, and that I had to hunt down that Toy Biz version, which is just ridiculously priced right now. But with the onset of this figure, that figure's value has gone down. The Toy Biz figure, I think, has significantly gone down. So wonderful figure. All right, we'll show off it's easy to remove. It can be annoying because of that extra glove, so I suppose you have to remove that as well. So here she is. If she has that naked hand, and she'll use it to borrow powers. So that's pretty cool. Put that back on. The fists are quite easy to remove. I'm surprised. Even the left hand. The left hand, you don't need to remove it because it's only a right hand, but they're very easy to detach. The figure borrows a lot from previously released figures. They've repainted obviously the legs from the Captain Marvel figures, even the arms, the forearms, the fists. The shoulders are obviously different because it's got molded in the sleeves they molded in the sleeves of the jacket. The jacket is a separate piece that they glued on. Head obviously is a new sculpt. The chest, the torso is the same, I think, as Captain Marvel, or no, Captain Marvel's torso is, I think, bigger. Yep, she is bigger. She has a bigger glutes than Rogue. I think Rogue shares more the torso of Jean Grey, if I'm not mistaken. Quite possibly the Jean Grey mold. So we'll put for the mid torso, or the Storm mode. I think more of the Storm mid torso. And the legs they share with Captain Marvel. And these feet, I'd forgotten about these. Those feet with the wedge heels, they're the same as the Jean Grey Phoenix that I just reviewed in this particular wave. So it's a recycle. There's a lot of recycled parts, but effectively, because of the jacket, the sleeves, and these add-ons, it's sort of a pseudo new mold for the female sculpt, a variation on a theme. So I'm just very happy to finally get a Rogue figure. And I honestly never thought I'd get one without getting that Toy Biz figure. So yeah. Oh, Softness, not as soft as Jean Grey or Phoenix. I think it's like my Captain Marvel. They put a thicker knee joint, so that's great. Even the ankle joints are quite sturdy, so it's not that difficult to have her standing around. It's just my fault that I didn't place her, plant her feet well enough. But very, very nice. Paint apps, well, if you're looking through several on the pegs, you're very lucky, once again. And what you have to look for are the X's. Make sure that the red is painted all nicely, and that the black paints don't bleed in with the red. The X on her bosom, make sure it's painted cleanly. And the yellows don't bleed into the greens. You'll have a little bit of that happening going on, but very minor. As for the head sculpt, make sure the lipstick is square on her lips, and that the eyes are evenly painted, as well as the eyebrows. But most of the ones I've seen for the head sculpt, the eyes, the lipstick, the rouge on her cheeks, they're magnificently painted. So the only thing you really have to worry about are the X's and the yellows and greens if you're looking through several. But if you find just one piece, don't be too picky. I suggest you pick it up, because these things, Rogue and Deadpool, they're never gonna last long on the pegs unless somebody hides it or what. But there will be, I guarantee, they will be the first ones to go, Rogue and Deadpool. So there you go, folks. The figure is obviously gonna get a 10 out of 10 for me. I love it. My favorite in this entire wave. Thank you, Hasbro. Just a few more figures that you promised, and we'll all be happy campers. Psylocke, the Archangel, the X-Force Archangel that's not part of the box set, Psylocke, the regular Psylocke, a bunch of other figures, but well done, Hasbro. So there you go, folks. Hope you've enjoyed this little video review of the I was about to say Transformers, the Marvel Legends series in the 6-inch scale from the X-Men, first wave of the X-Men Marvel Legends, Rogue. Thanks for watching.